What's going on, everybody? My name is MetaMatt, and welcome to the first episode of CHIMPS Champs. In this series, we'll be taking a look at the many different strategies that you can utilize to get those sweet, juicy black borders. Join me on this spiritual journey through the land of Bloom class warfare as we pop the unpoppable. Let's jump in it. A lot of people ask me what exactly a black border is and how you get it. If you aren't one of those people, you can skip this part, but for those who want to know, I'll make it quick for you. There are 14 modes for each map in BTD6, 3 on easy, 4 on medium, and 7 on hard. You receive a border on a map when you've completed all 14 modes on a single map. This border will be gold if, at any point during your completion of Chimps, you exit the map, reload from the beginning of the round, and try again to avoid dying. This strategy is colloquially known as save scumming. Looks like this. If you take the L like a hero, come back with more knowledge, more skill, and more integrity, you beat that bastard like it owes you money in one fell swoop, you get a fancy schmancy black border. Though it's not a real sign of skill in BTD6, I've made it my mission to get them all anyway, and I'm taking you along for the ride with me. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk brass tacks. The strategy we'll be using today, I call the double discount strat. This combination of towers works for almost all the beginner maps and balloons, as well as a handful of the intermediate ones. For the meat and potatoes, we'll be on a simple one, Monkey Meadow, but we'll touch on specifics for each of the maps that need a little extra help. The base of this strategy is 2 high-powered carries that we get online faster and stronger than you would just by placing them and saving up. We'll get to what we'll look for in the late game in a bit, but for now, let's get started. To begin your Chimps run on round 6, like always, you'll need a ninja. And make sure you load in with Oben too, that's really important. The placement and targeting can be very finicky at times, but I'll give you a general idea of what to do, and what screwing up looks like. Luckily, this happens very early on and takes little to no time, as evidenced here, and here, and here. Once you get your ninja up to a 101, you should realistically be in the clear. No, seriously, it's like a cakewalk from here. Once you can afford Oben, place him down below the ninja. He's the only tower going in the area, but make sure he's close to the middle piece of the track. I'll explain why later. Now we use our hard-earned cash to give our trusty ninja some upgrades, specifically making him a 301 ninja with double shot at our earliest convenience. Next up is the Alchemist, and here's where the planning really comes into effect. You might want to put him close to the ninja and Oben, but that makes the double discount part of the double discount strat a lot harder. Instead, place him in the corner here. Don't worry if he isn't quite in range of the ninja, he will be soon. The reason he goes over here is because we need room for our villages. On some maps, it matters when you do your upgrades from this play on, but not really for this one. The Alchemist can realistically still be 000 if you'd like, but I tend to at least give him AMD, or 200, just for a little boost. Now we place the fabled double discounts. The first village will nestle in right between the Alch and this corner of the track, and we'll make that a 002 real quick. Then, who'd have guessed it, we get a second discount village, thus fulfilling the aforementioned double discount prophecy. This one goes right above the Alchemist, but you want it as low as you can get it. Now that you have the double discount villages, the top one needs a range buff to make all the pieces fall into place. 102 should suffice, and with that, your foundation's complete. Now it's time for the real exciting stuff. Grab yourself a heli pilot when you have the cash and place it in the middle of the map. Thanks to the kind developers at Ninja Kiwi a few patches ago, towers now show what buffs they're applicable for before you lock them in. Truly a godsend. Your heli will need to have above him a price tag with a ×2 symbol to show it's in range of both villages, and a jar for the Alch buff. This means it's in range of both villages as well as the Alchemist. When those symbols all appear, move the heli as far to the right as you can without losing them, and then place them down. This guy should become a 302, and the rest of your supports can get their upgrades complete. To go through a quick checklist, we have a 301 ninja, Oben, a 202 village, a 022 village, a 401 Alch, and a 302 heli pilot. Once we have all these things, we put a BTD classic down right in the middle. The Super Monkey is our secondary carry in this strategy, and when he's placed, he should have all the buffs the heli pilot had, plus a cute little picture of Oben. You should probably make this guy a 201 just in case things get spicy while we wait to upgrade our heli pilot, but on this map, might not matter either way. Better safe than sorry though, the money's there for sure. While we kick back and relax and let our monkeys do the popping, let's talk about Oben and why he's so useful in this strategy. After the recent patch 18.0, his passive ability was nerfed slightly, but he definitely still has his niche role as a magic monkey buff. The main assist that is specific to this strategy is his level 11 passive, Nature's Clarity. All magic monkeys in range get +5 range and +2 pierce. Druids get an additional +1 pierce. Let me explain both of these possibly unfamiliar terms. Range in BTD6 is obviously how far a monkey can attack a balloon from. But what the hell does 5 mean? This is hard to explain as it is most likely just an in-game unit of measurement. But here's an example to help. A base 000 Super Monkey has 50 range. This monkey has exceptionally long range for a base tower, and even for him, that's a 10% increase in range. Not bad at all if I say so myself. The other term here is pierce, which is different from damage. Damage refers to how many layers of a balloon can be popped. The lower hierarchy of a balloon type goes red, blue, green, yellow, pink. If a monkey does 3 damage, it will destroy a green balloon completely and turn a yellow balloon into a red one. Pierce, on the other hand, refers to how many balloons can be popped. If a monkey's projectile does 1 damage and has 5 pierce, it can destroy 5 red balloons or turn 5 yellow balloons into green. So, Open gives all magic monkeys in range the ability to pop 2 more balloons per projectile. Druids get an even better buff, but that's not relevant for this strat. We'll talk about that in a later video. The per projectile distinction is important because our buddy the ninja over here shoots 2 at a time right now, but when he becomes a 402 balloon jitsu later on, he'll shoot 5. 5 projectiles that all initially have 4 pierce now have 6 each. This amount of wave clear really helps to allow the helipilot to tackle the big stuff. Speaking of which, we should hopefully have enough saved to get our Apache Dark Ship and be well on our way to the Apache Prime. Before we got into our tangent about Oben, we started saving money. The only interaction we had with the game during this period was using Oben's abilities, and even that probably isn't necessary in most cases. All we're doing is saving until we can afford a 502 Apache Prime helipilot. Using this strategy, you can usually afford it around round 82 or 83. The only problem rounds there are 76 and 78, and even then, with a dart ship and a plasma monkey, they aren't all that tough, especially on longer maps. Hey guys, Future Matt here. Thanks for stopping by in the pursuit of knowledge in this silly little monkey game. If you'd like to watch me play games live, I stream over on Twitch in my free time. If you want to hang out with some of the cool people that enjoy all this stuff too, check out my Twitter and community Discord. Links are all in the description. Now let's get back to it. After procuring the beautifully mighty Apache Prime, we spend the last of our money that matters on a Sun Avatar, 302 Super Monkey. The Sun Avatar, already doing massive damage, now has 3 projectiles, plus the bonus range and pierce we discussed earlier. Simply put, it shreds. And with the camo detection upgraded in the bottom path, he gets a little range boost as well, since the camo detection is already taken care of by our villages. Now that we have the tantalizing tag team of Heli and Super, you can use your funny money however you want. I tend to go for utility because I fear even that which I have total control over, and dying on round 98 stresses me out. 040 ninjas and 030 alchemists help with the Moabs, and a 040 engineer for the overclock helps the Apache Prime absolutely obliterate anyone who dares challenge him. Do as you see fit, the core of the challenge has been set in stone and the map's now yours to do as you please. Before we finish up, I'll take a quick second to show you some final placements on other maps that this strategy works on, since the purchase order is essentially the same each map. Feel free to pause and grab them for reference. Sometimes, the early game takes some noodling around to get your ninja in the right spot, but if you're having trouble, a sub and a dart, or 3 darts can usually handle the workload as well. Throwing those guys down, then grabbing your ninja and Oben can save you some time if you find yourself struggling. This usually only happens on maps that don't loop around on themselves though, like Hedge. Now that we're in the Promised Land, enjoy your black border, drop a like if I helped you out or if my incessant rambling drowned out the ever-growing rumble of existential dread, and subscribe if you're new. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.